Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to the next part of same series. Well, I'm Waqar Ahmed, and in today's video we are gonna look at or discuss past progressive or past continuous tense category. Like usual, I'm gonna start off first of all by parsing the structures as we have written on the board for your better understanding. So let's start. Structures or construction. Like usual, you're gonna first of all put the subject, then obviously this is a past continuous tense, right, or past progressive, and it is used to talk about past ongoing action. So we are going to use the past helping verb, right, which is was, or you may even use were according to the subject. Then you are going to use, as I mentioned in my last one part, that you are gonna use present participle form of the main verb or fourth form. Don't add ing with the first form spelling, which could be wrong as well, right? Then next we have to add there, I'm sorry, I have rubbed it, I guess. And then we have to add here extra word or object. Both might slightly be different sometimes. Moving towards the negative one, subject then plus was, were. If there is I, or if there is she, he, or if there is any singular name, you're gonna surely use was. Was. And if other than these there are subjects or pronouns, you're gonna use were, right? If there are not some exceptions. Plus not, plus obviously present participle form of the main verb, and then extra word. And moving towards the interrogative, obviously you have to begin with the auxiliary verb to make questions, plus then was or were, plus subject, plus present participle form of the main verb, plus extra word, and don't forget to mention the question marks and periods, full stops in first two sentence types. Now let's look at some example sentences with the past continuous or progressive tense category. The first one, we were running towards, oh, keep this in mind, right? Make sure not to get confused. Running towards park, right? We were running towards the park. It means that in the past time or around some specific moment, I have not mentioned the time, and I'll tell you the reason of why I haven't done so. So here in this sentence we are actually saying that we were running towards the park. It means in the past time we were moving towards a particular place, right? This action was ongoing, this was going on at some time in the past, right? Then next one, this was the interrogative affirmative example, I'm sorry. And moving towards the negative one, you were not improving. Let's say you were not improving, you could add here even your communication skill, right? You were not improving your communication skill, I have written there, added. It means even this sentence refers to the past, right? But this is the negative one. It shows the negation that an action was not ongoing at some time in the past, right? This is negation in this sentence. So you were not improving your English, it means something was not happening in the past time, right? As this is the negative one. And if we move towards the interrogative here, we ask questions, as we have discussed in many of the previous parts in different categories, how and why we make interrogative sentence types, right? So here we bring the helping verb or auxiliary verb first at the beginning of the sentence to change the statement from an affirmative to interrogative. Here I'm asking, was I really speaking so fast, right? Even this sentence refers back to the past at some time, or you may say even in some situation, particular situation. Was I really fast, right? I have just eliminated it. Was I really fast in speaking? So here I'm asking about myself. in a particular situation, that was I really speaking fast, right? So that's how we use past continuous or progressive, right? Now I would like to have some more example sentences with the past continuous verbally. Let's start. They were laughing at me when I made mistake in speaking English. Or you were not disturbing me when I was memorizing my lesson of the school. Or is was she really annoying you? She was not, right? So these were the three example sentences which I have given verbally. Moving towards the usages of the past progressive or past continuous tense category. So from here onward we are going to discuss the usages. We have looked at structures so far. Let's continue. For an action was in progress around a particular past time. I had mentioned at the beginning of the lecture that we use it for ongoing past action. So this is the same. We use it to talk about the actions which were going on at some time in the past. For example, my mother was teaching my youngest brother, right, when I entered the home. So I don't want to add here when I entered the home because this is coming in the next one usage, by the way. Now, moving towards the second one, for a long past action which was interrupted by a shortened action. I must have closed parentheses. So here what we really do is an action was going on in the past, right? And the second action, or you may say another action, began and interrupted the first one, which was the longer action than the other one, which was shorter, right? The other one was shorter. So here, the same example which I have given, my mother was teaching my youngest brother when I entered the home. So when I entered the home, this is the shorter action, right, which started and finished. Getting my point? But the second one is the longer, which was being taught, my youngest brother being taught. So my mother was teaching my youngest brother. This is the long time action. This is actually a long action, right, which happened for longer than the another one. I didn't take a lot of time to enter the house. You getting my point? So we even use past continuous or progressive to talk about the actions which were longer in the past and were interrupted by shorter actions. Moving towards the third one, this is no usage, this is only to highlight, not to let you get confused. Time may or may not be mentioned. So it's not important that all the time we mention the times. No, it's really not like that. Sometimes we mention the time and sometimes we don't, right, depending upon the situation. So that's all from my side, at least for this part, and inshallah going to see you in the next part. Till then, take care and Allah Hafiz.